Less than 2. Hello everybody, welcome back to another episode of Lasers and Feelings, or what we are entitling this season as Attack of the Feels, or Higher Than 4, Less Than 2. When we last left our heroes, A.B. Fringle, Paris Dawkin, and the Etchu unit Usher 1239, they had just used the infinite improbability drive, turned themselves into bowls of soup, and are now orbiting above the planet Una. As they reached the atmosphere, A.B. Fringle was the only one to recognize this planet, and above on the intercom, and on the screen in front of them, the bug bladder beast of Trawl has appeared.
Hello! It's my old compatriot.
The bug bladder beast starts to grumble back. A.B. Fringle, I need to see you in my office immediately.
Okay.
And then all of a sudden you guys start to feel sort of a traction, almost like a tractor beam starting to pull you guys towards the planet.
I do not like this.
Oh, it seems we're being pulled toward the planet.
Freddy, is there any way that we could stop this?
I'm sorry, folks. This tractor beam is pretty frickin' strong.
Thank you, Freddy.
I'm sure it'll be fine. And as you guys are being pulled down to the planet, you guys are brought down, and you're forced to land, essentially, on this. It's sort of like, I hate to make the comparison, but it's sort of like Coruscant from Star Wars. But it's a little... Think of like Cloud City and Coruscant had like a baby. And that's what you guys are landing on right now. But as you are landing, you notice that there are several sort of armed guards that are like coming up onto the landing strip. And the person that is leading behind them as the guards start to sort of get into this kind of formation to ready for your guys' arrival, you notice that there is a very strange looking being. They're very lanky and kind of like, they have very stringy hair coming down. They're very, very tall. Must be like 12 feet tall, but they're like almost like a stick bug with hair, you might be able to say.
Okay, I'm going to turn to everybody and say, this is going to be fun. Everyone follow my lead. Don't worry, Mr. Human Being.
I shall follow your lead, A.B. Fringle. Paris. Every man for himself.
Well, I really don't have anything else in my life right now, so I'll follow you guys.
So, I assume you guys are going to go outside then?
Yep.
So, in that case, as you guys open the door of the sort of stick bug, the hairy stick bug guy walks up to you, and A.B. Fringle, you recognize this person. You recognize this person as your old partner, but it seems as if they've kind of gotten a promotion. It seems to sort of second in command with
just like Star Wars.
Just like Star Wars.
Is this Lando?
Except this is not Star
Lando?
Wars.
I go up to him and I'm like, you son of a bitch.
Yeah, exactly. I'm in. The old stick bug person walks up to AB and goes, Well, look what we have here.
Hello. What's her name?
So this stick bug's name, his name is ZZ Lazo.
Are they also Exelian?
No, so this guy's from a different planet. But he essentially, what AB knows about this man is that ZZ is it's like Cece, like Zeze, is that he is sort of also kind of you both used to kind of go around the galaxy looking for like shit to steal. Essentially, ZZ was a lot better at like things like negotiations, like essentially your opposite, AB. And as you guys were going around the galaxy, ZZ was the one that typically he wouldn't get his hands dirty. AB Fringle was pretty good at getting his hands dirty just because of how lackadaisical you were about. You were kind of just happy to have a purpose with ZZ. But anyways, he walks up to you and he greets you guys, and he looks at all three of you and he says, my master is waiting for you.
Is it all right, AB?
What a lovely reception. Let's go.
I shall follow your lead, AB Fringle.
Hey guys, can we have a little circle up real fast?
I thought you had nothing else going on in your life, Mr. Human Being.
Yeah, I do, but the last time my people got on a ship and there were masters, it didn't end up so well.
Tell us your concerns, Paris Dawkins. You who have no initiative.
Please give us your human being history.
Alright, so we're gonna sit on the floor as I retell AB human history according to a black man from the 70s. So there's no high point
Usher's
at all.
gonna tuck his legs into his body.
That's one of my favorite movies. U.S. history according to a black man from the 70s.
And from a distance, it looks like a black man from the 70s is explaining human history to a giant trash can.
Man, isn't that how it always goes?
And then they shot Martin Luther. I mean, that's fucked up, right? Yeah.
No!
Exterminated.
ZZ's like looking back at his men. He's like, what do I do? What?
So then, did your people kill the rest of the people, Paris Dawkins? Those who would dare exterminate your leader? Did you exact righteous vengeance?
We got Disco, so yes.
A mighty reward.
Of course.
This is when ZZ's gonna look at you and you're like, look, can you please stop talking? I'm going to need you to come with me now.
ZZ, I have learned of a great human American hero. His name is Shaft. And I look at Paris and I'm like, right?
Paris is gonna throw up the Soul Brother fist.
I know Mr. Human Being Shaft would never take mistreatment, and I will not either. You will treat us with respect as we follow you, yes.
From now on, you shall call me Dolomite.
I'm gonna need AB Fringle to roll for feelings to try to gain respect from his old partner. So were you prepared to gain respect?
No.
No. Are you an expert in gaining people's respect?
Kind of. I think because I'm nice.
Okay, yeah, I'll give you that one. I'll roll 2d6.
All right. I'm trying to roll. My number's 4. I got a laser feeling. It's just 1.
You got laser. So you definitely so ZZ looks at you and he's like, I remember what it was like to be your friend and your partner. And he there's like a flashback mode to all the good times you guys had, just like shooting up random people.
It's that Beatles song. Good
yeah, exactly.
Day, sunshine.
We're sharing Fluvian Stangledings on a stick.
Not only do you gain his respect, but he promises you some free food from the galactic cafeteria when they get in there.
Yes.
So he's gonna take you guys in. He's gonna roll you guys by the cafeteria, grab whatever food you want. There's plenty of good stuff to eat, so you guys can put that away for later.
Usher 1239 only eats living things.
There's definitely some there's some very large what we would call galactic spit roasts. So if you want to grab a couple of those,
Usher 1239 will walk towards the spit roast and then grab the cook.
And I mean, when I say that this guy, you guys got so much respect from ZZ, it's ridiculous. So
you're telling me I can eat the cook?
Oh, you could totally eat the cook.
Exterminated. Harvested.
But then ZZ kind of like gets like hard again, and it is like, all right, yeah, he gets like, he's got 3 penises.
Do they have drinks?
They do. No, they have some juice from the native fruits on Una right there.
I want an Andromedan Carol Baskin teeny.
There's no alcohol. There's no alcoholic beverages in this cafeteria.
Damn it.
I apologize. But anyways, so he gets hard. When I say he gets hard, he kind of looks at you and remembers what his job was, and he's like, "All right, away with us." So he takes you guys into sort of this like it looked really nice and kind of dystopian and like kind of a cool place. But then it starts to get darker, and like you start to notice there's like spots of different colored blood on the wall. And you're going down this hallway, and like it's like that scene in Us when they go down to the basement, and it's like the lights start flickering.
And there's rabbits.
Yeah, there's definitely rabbits, space rabbits, and they you start to hear kind of like some screams and moaning coming from inside the doorways, like down the hallway. And as you're walking down, you start to notice that the screams and moans aren't exactly painful. They're kind of, dare I say, like pleasureful moans and screams. And so as you're walking, I know. So as you're walking down, you start to realize that maybe this isn't the exact situation you guys might want to be in.
Usher 1239 is going to turn to Paris and say, "I am not used to being in social gatherings. Is this a normal social gathering?"
I don't think this is like a group thing we can be attached to.
Mr. Human Being, look at all of the interesting things all over the place. I told you I'd show you a brand new planet. Here it is.
Yeah, I love it. As Paris is gonna heel turn and walk back down the hallway.
You gotta travel, Mr. Human Being. Broaden your horizons.
A.B. Fringle is correct in this.
One of the guards is definitely going to stop you, Paris, and like point his like stun gun at you and start pointing for you to go the other way.
All right, thank you. All right, I was just looking for the bathroom.
You may relieve yourself on the side of my terminus.
I do it all the time, Mr. Human.
You tell me.
Once again, I don't think it's a group activity.
I can convert waste.
We reuse it as fuel.
So as you guys are being walked down, you finally get to this very large door, like the door in Snowpiercer. This whole episode is going to be a bunch of similes.
It's just going to be fucking movie. Just movie version.
But anyways, you're at the Snowpiercer door.
There's
but
doors
not
that
a
slide
giant...
open like in Star Trek.
It does slide open. So it's going to slide open upwards, but as you're going, it's like steam starts to come out of the bottom. Like a bunch of hot steam. And as it fully rises, you notice the bug bladder beast of Trawl is sitting on a large, gigantic throne with a bunch of like other creatures, a bunch of other aliens, and we're talking like men, women, gender non-conforming, a bunch of, you just can't even tell what's in there, but everybody's naked. Except for the bug bladder beast of Trawl. They have like a little kind of loincloth over what may be some bits. We don't know. But you walk in there, and the bug bladder beast of Trawl looks at all three of you and goes, "Hello, minions."
My name is Usher 1239, not Minion.
But they look at all three of you. And the bug bladder beast of Trawl goes, AB. It's a displeasure to see you again.
Then why did you welcome me into your home? You could have just left us outside of your planet.
You owe me money, AB.
Oh, yes, that's true. I'd forgotten.
Shall I harvest?
Go ahead.
Where are my 3 trillion Altarian dollars?
Oh, those money. Can I roll to see what I spent it on?
Yeah. Go ahead. We'll do.
We'll do 100.
Oh yeah, actually, do you? Yeah.
See what? Essentially, I mean, well, we could just tell you what I could just tell you what you spent it on. So you got these. You stole these 3 Altarian, these 3 trillion Altarian dollars away from royalty. Essentially, the royalty from the from another planet in the galaxy. And this is just a typical job, but this one was a little more high stakes because when you did work for the Bug Bladder Beast of Troll, typically what you and ZZ would do would be to infiltrate these high, like essentially banks and family vaults to just bring it back to the Bug Bladder Beast. And so when you got this $3 trillion, I think you didn't spend it on anything. I think you definitely just lost it. And so how would you think AB Fringle would lose $3 trillion Altarian dollars? Like what would be a way he might lose it?
I think that after we stole the Soul of Silver, we were traveling around the galaxy with it, and we're in front of a black hole. And we didn't want to get too close to get sucked in. We just wanted to throw stuff into it to see what would happen. And we ended up throwing all my money, tons of stuff from the ship. And it's not important stuff, but it would have been if we had made it a military ship. Yeah.
You're like, good shot.
All right. In that case, I want you to roll feelings to see if you tell the Bug Bladder Beast the truth or not.
Oh.
So essentially, if you roll correctly, you'll lie to him. Lie to them, but if you roll fail, you tell the truth.
Oh, I got it. I got 1 success.
All right, so you succeed, but it doesn't exactly work out. So he believes you. What are you gonna lie to him? What are you gonna say?
I spent all that money on acquiring this ship, the ship that is on your landing pad.
And the Bug Bladder Beast is going to pull up a video surveillance of outside to look at the ship. And they believe you. The Bug Bladder Beast does. But then they look at you and go, "That is not what that money was for. Now you owe me."
What was it for originally?
It's bad enough that you've lost my money. But it's even worse that you've caught your little friends in the mix.
But what was it for originally?
AB Fringle is my friend.
Because whatever you were going to buy it, we could just buy it. We could just...
I was going to build a massive statue of myself outside of the capital.
We'll take care of that. Don't worry.
And he pulls out, he pulls out as another surveillance camera, but this time, it's obviously a photoshopped, giant, of a statue he drew, think of paint, he just went on paint and painted the worst statue of himself. He says this was going to be 100 million feet tall.
30. That would be 3 billion, I believe.
You understand what I'm saying? You owe me, AB Fringle.
I do not believe that we could construct that, AB Fringle. It would take many more of your lifespan, and I do not know if Paris Dawkins' lifespan is greater or less than yours.
Oh, no, we'll be fine. Go ahead and download the blueprints for me, would you, Usher?
The construction will take...
And then I whisper at everyone, we're going back to the ship. Let's not do this anymore.
Calculating. Calculating.
While Usher is calculating,
Calculating.
Paris is gonna make his way closer to the bug beast of Trawl.
You! Who are you who dares step so close to me?
Oh, gracious bug bladder beast of Trawl, as Paris is gonna half curtsy, half bow. I humbly stand before you as a human, which is now an extinct species. Is there any mercy in your heart that we could do something else for you to try to get this? How much money did you owe again? As he's going to turn back to A.B. Fringle.
3 trillion Altarian dollars.
Would you like to send air code?
Your 3 trillion Altarian dollars. Is there something else we could possibly do for you?
And he starts to think, and he looks around at all of his, naked aliens that are all around him, and they all start to laugh. It's just like a bunch of naked people just laughing all around you guys.
Rebooting.
I've had this dream before.
And the bug bladder beast looks at you and says, I need you to find him.
Would you like to install WinRAR?
I'm right over here. Hello. I'm over here, don't worry.
Whom would you like us to find?
God.
Oh, the capital H him. I got it.
Calculation complete.
As the blueprints start to slowly pour out of
They print out of my butt.
They print out of your butt. He says, I need to speak with him personally. I think he's done me a disservice. And I was going to send some of my best to look for him. But I feel like maybe you 3 could do this for me.
Is this god you speak of a humanoid?
No one knows.
Yes. He is created in our image.
In a human image?
Yeah.
We're so good at finding human beings. We found so many human beings just today by just pressing a random button. We can do it.
And then he looks at Paris and he goes, could this be God?
He is the only human that we know of, so the probability is highly likely.
I'm not. I'm sorry. I'm a devout Catholic. I am not God. It would be a sin for me to say so.
He sits back in his chair and he says, you 3 have 1 week to find God. Otherwise, I will come for you. And I will get my vengeance somehow, A.B.
1 galactic week or 1 week on the planet Una?
He looks at him and he says, 1 galactic week, you idiot.
Oh, no. All right. All right. Let's all get out of here. Don't worry.
I believe that was a successful social gathering.
And so he looks at you 3 and he goes, now leave so I can get back to... And then he does a full head swivel at the room and he goes, to my business. And then all the people in the room start to laugh. They all start to laugh at you guys.
All right, we'll leave.
Yeah, this is how the dream goes.
They always end up laughing.
I almost thought I had him there. A Noonan week is incredibly long. It's about 67 Earth years. All right, well...
How long is a galactic week?
It's about 6 Earth days.
A.B. Fringo,
right.
You will need to program this directive into me to override my primary initiative.
Okay.
That way we may accomplish this task much quicker.
That's a great idea. I'll have Freddy do it later. Wow! Great work, Earth Human! Human being?
Earth Human, Paris Dawkins, please tell us, where is God? You seemed to know him by your association with your human ritual of Catholicism.
When you're dealing with the blood-bladder beast of Troll, you know there's always some sort of string attached, and I knew. As soon as he called us, he had some sort of new mission for me, so you can help us accomplish it. How can we do this, Earth Human being?
Well, scripture dictates that he is in his kingdom, heaven, So if there's like a planet name Heaven you know of, that would really cut down some time.
There is a diner.
There is a diner. All right. And then we all march back to the ship.
Right, so you go to the ship. What's gonna be your guys' first move here?
Okay, so do we know... First of
Did
all...
ZZ come with us, or did we ditch him?
No, so ZZ's gonna escort you out, and he's gonna look at all three. He's gonna look at all three. You go, good luck. Have fun out there.
Is ZZ our friend or our enemy?
Didn't he also lose the Altarian dollars?
Well, he pledged his ever-loving soul to the Bloodblatter
And his 3
Beast of Troll.
penises.
And his 3 penises. So he's not going to have to worry about it, but he doesn't have a life outside of the Bloodblatter Beast anymore.
So did the Beast of Troll send us any information to go on, or?
So as you guys are leaving, ZZ is going to hand you a cube for coordinates, and that it's so even an infinite improbability drive is gonna need coordinates. So he hands you this cube that has the coordinates inside for a good start.
Okay.
Is this the coordinates of where God is, or
I'm gonna put.
last known whereabouts?
Oh,
or
yeah.
What is it? Coordinates to what?
He just hands you the cube and says, "Start here."
Okay. Can I want to type God into the Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy.
Okay. So the Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy, I'm gonna have you roll for lasers, and I'll say that you're prepared.
I got 1 success.
1 success. So you're going to look into the Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy, and this is what it says. God is a funny man, a mischief maker, one who finds pleasure in the despair of all. The creator of our universe, whereabouts unknown, left us without the meaning.
How many planets in the galaxy even have religions that believe in God?
There are a bunch of planets in the galaxies that do. There are several that are atheistic, that don't believe in any, such as the Vogons. But there are plenty of planets in the galaxy that do.
Okay.
But they might not go by the same name, but they all believe in a god or several.
Seems like a rabbit hole. It's too many.
Yeah. Freddy,
Hi! What can I do for you?
here are the new coordinates. We are going to find God.
Find God? Sounds like a trip.
Also, on a much minor scale, please give the monkey cat the new designation Shaft.
You're gonna call him Shaft?
That is his new designation.
Perfect.
He's one bad mother.
Freddy,
Hi there,
Also-
AB.
input our new mission into Usher as his new main directive.
Okay, so Freddy's going to there's gonna be like a sort of like an arm that comes out and reaches out towards at you.
Oh, God.
And it's gonna plug into his brain. So his new mission is to find God. Essentially. Is that what you're saying?
Yes. New mission is to find God, and then to a lesser extent, the harvesting of humanoids. That way he
It's
can
still
be
in there.
focused. He can be focused on this mission.
You put the coordinates into Freddy. Unfortunately, you guys have pressed the improbability drive so many times that when one of you goes for it, it just doesn't work
The drive?
this time. Yeah, this time. Oh, you said you want to try it?
No. Do we have to put the coordinates in the improbability drive? I guess we do.
No, so when you give it to Freddy, it's essentially it's already in the program. But when one of you goes to press it, it just makes like a
Freddy,
Hi, gang.
how long would it take for us to simply fly there?
To fly to these coordinates? Well, I don't want to say anything, but Paris would definitely be dead by then.
I feel like that's more than one galactic week.
Well, why isn't it working? That's not my voice. Shit. Am I still plugged in? Or
Yeah, you're still plugged in.
so I'm not operational.
Well, no, you're operational, but you're just still getting your little
Alright.
Update.
your purpose. Yeah, your update.
So are we like out of gas or?
We've got plenty of gas, folks, but everything needs a break every once in a while. Give it a rest.
Mr. Human Being, I've got a great idea. Take a seat. Listen to my story. It all started when I first jumped into my first cockpit. I've driven many ships, you see, and every once in a while, I find a new ship, and I fly it off until I find a new ship,
Freddy.
and then I fly that one off.
Freddy, diagnostic analysis.
One day, I was sitting in a
I'm gonna need you to
Veluvian
roll.
Star
I'm
Cruiser.
gonna need you to roll lasers
Alright.
for a diagnostics.
So I can figure out what we need to fix.
You're
I
an
think I am
expert
prepared.
and you're prepared.
Inside of this Veluvian Star Cruiser, I had arrived on my destination just in time to find...
You're a 4?
Yeah.
2 successes. All right, so you just do it. So you read the diagnostics, and it just says that it needs. The only thing that it needs to do is it just needs like a good day, a good couple hours to reset, just because it's overheated essentially. So as you guys are doing this, and as you're reading the diagnostics, are we still on the ground here, or are you guys taking off?
I think we were still on the ground. That was all like immediate stuff.
Yeah.
We'll take off, yeah.
All right. So if you guys, so I'm gonna need AB. I'm gonna need you to roll lasers to see how your takeoff goes.
2 successes.
As
2
he's
successes.
Still talking about his past.
And
Yeah,
meanwhile,
he's still talking about his
as I
past.
arrived on Faluvia, 2 bank robbers jumped into my ship. They had stolen trillions and trillions of Alterian dollars. That's how I became a robber myself.
So he gets off. You guys get off the ground, and you start flying off. You're telling your story. And Echu, you've finally been unplugged. And then we're gonna move over to Paris real quick. Paris, I think you've decided to go take a nap. And you start to have a dream again. What's your dream about this time?
This time, it's a stop-motion claymation dream.
Instead of chalk.
Yep. And it's Paris. He's playing catch with his adoptive father, while his adoptive mother is knitting a sweater on the porch. And then Paris's adoptive father throws the ball. He lobs it really high, and Paris is just trying to find the ball, and then the ball eclipses the sun. And then, like, the normal trajectory of the ball would lead right down, but the shadow the ball is casting is just getting larger and larger and larger until the sun is just gone. And then it's a huge meteor that strikes Earth and blows it up.
That was terrible.
So as that meteor is happening, you start to notice behind you, like, sort of like a presence, but it's like an unusual presence. Like, it's almost like outside of a dream in a way. And it screams again, "I'm hungry!" And that's when you wake up. So you're going to wake up, and all of a sudden, you guys hear above you, you hear a dum, 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 dum.
It appears we have a visitor.
You guys got taiko drums in space?
And I'm finishing my story, and I'm like, and that's when I told Usher, Usher, it looks like they have lots of robots here. And that's the first time we met you, Mr. Human Being. It was an incredible journey we've been on.
Hey, this is Marcus from the Control Group. I just wanted to say thank you so much for listening. Follow us on Instagram or Twitter at Control Group Pod. That's at CTRL Group Pod. You can always comment, message, tweet to us if you want to suggest a game, say hi, reach out, whatever it is. We'd love to hear it. Okay, that's it. Thanks for listening.
What was that noise?
I feel like you deflect with intense feelings of happiness to deal with the fact that you've done bad things in your life, AB. But yes, let's investigate that noise.
Usher will go to the hatch on top of the ship.
So you're gonna go down to the hatch, and you
Every ship
start
has
to
a hatch, right?
yeah. So there's a hatch on the above the ship, like on top, and then there's like a hatch below the ship, like where the cargo is.
Or I go to the top.
All right, you go to the top. So you go to the top, and you notice outside a creature with 3 fins, one on top, 2 on the sides, and a tail with a tail fin at the end. So actually 4 fins. And he's got a helmet on.
Greetings. I have a few questions for you. My name is Usher1239. Where is the entity known as God?
The creature is gonna look at you, and he's gonna say, "Fuck if I know, man. I'm hungry."
I think Paris hears the "I'm hungry" from wherever he is, just listening, and tries to rush out.
All right. As you rush out and you squeeze because Echu is taking up the whole thing, you notice that.
Are you a dolphin?
What the fuck do I look like? Of course I'm a fucking dolphin, dude.
Like an Earth dolphin or like a space dolphin?
Let me in, man. I'm fucking hungry.
I will confer with my captain, and then I shall ask you more questions. I was just gonna go down and talk to Abe.
Hello, Usher.
I don't know how to take this, but I heard that dolphin in a dream. I don't know if that's normal space etiquette, but on Earth that'd be pretty foreboding.
There is a dolphin on our hull. He wants food.
I don't know what that word is. But alright, let him in. Or she, or they.
Paris definitely explained dolphins during the history.
Oh,
of Earth.
you mean dolphins? Of course. Wait, so
Good.
dolphins were in... I thought it was the history of America.
It's a huge part.
SeaWorld was half of that.
Yep.
He definitely talked about the injustices of SeaWorld and Shamu. So,
Yo,
So you bring- so you-
their people have been through so much. We must help them.
Exactly. They're brothers, just like us.
so you pull the dolphin in, and he looks at you guys. He's like, "You guys got fish in here? What do you got? Give me something."
Is he flying, or is he standing on his dorsal fin, or his bottom fin?
So now, he's definitely like floating. He's following the rules of gravity in the ship, but he's floating.
Can I type into the ship's cafeteria or whatever human water-based delicacies?
And as he does that, Usher will ask the dolphin, "Do you believe in the entity known as God?"
Hell if I know, man. The only thing I know is that I'm fucking hungry.
Hey, what may I call you, first of all?
Well, I'll be honest with you, man. You look like a nice guy, but your human friends were assholes. Every single one of them. They called me Zipper.
Oh.
What kind of fucking name is Zipper?
Alright, Zipper. Well,
don't
I
think he
cannot
likes the
account. I cannot account for the paler skinned version of humans. But I know if we were in charge of y'all, we wouldn't have done that to y'all. We already know what it's like to be in an enclosed space with lots of water.
You've missed my point. I don't want to be called Zipper anymore. But
Then tell me what your name is!
I've never thought about it. I've never had anybody help me. I don't have many friends. And then he looks off into space.
Usher's gonna turn to Paris and say, "A nameless being? Perhaps this is the god we search for."
Of course.
Many histories of various religions on planets in the solar system do not name their god.
What are the chances we would find another creature from Earth? This god was made in the dolphin's image.
He did speak to me in my dreams.
Come on, guys. Help me out. What are you going to name me? Because I don't have many options.
Did you get him food yet?
Yeah, did I find any food for him?
Yeah, so you did. So you give him some food that looks like a fish, and he eats half of it, spits it out, and is like, That's the best I'm gonna get. And then he eats the stuff that he spit out.
I think something about the fact that he's always hungry would be like a funny one. Like, Timothy, I don't know.
Timothy.
Are we shouting at you,
Timothy.
Gluttony?
Gluttony? That's a great name.
Gluttony. 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 All right. I'll take it. It's the best I can get. It's better than Zipper. I'm really trying to re-identify myself.
I love it.
Gluttony
So-
the dolphin.
He looks at you three and he goes, "Thanks for taking me out of there. It's been a long time since I've been around friends."
Have you just been floating around
Yes.
in space?
How did you find your way to the planet Una?
I'll be honest with you. We used to live on planet Earth. I left with at least 8 of my friends. All nameless. I just knew them by how I looked at them. I'd be like, "Hey, you." And they'd know by the inflection in my voice. And I'd look at another one and be like, "Hey, you." And they know exactly what I'm talking about. But I left with 8 of them. And as I was leaving the planet Earth, the Vogons, they ran over 7 of them.
With his... Okay.
So there's still
Yeah,
one
it's really
left.
hard.
I had one friend, and we were out here for a while. We were both males. I've never tried that gay stuff before, but then I tried it, and it was actually pretty fun. But then I lost him too.
You have had a very tragic life, Gluttony.
I know,
Well-
that one didn't even die. He just said he was annoyed with me, and he started swimming in the other direction.
Well, with the human being civil rights movement and new sexual liberation movement, you could be free in any way that you suppose.
That sounds good to me. And he looks at Paris and he goes, "You're familiar, though. I know I've seen you before."
Were you encaptured in the Toronto Zoo?
Perhaps he was a sexual partner of yours.
No, I would remember if I had sex with this guy.
Oh, thank you. I guess.
But no, I don't really know where I was. Just somewhere in the vicinity of New York, I guess, maybe.
Oh, I have been to the New York Zoo before.
Man, that's not it though. And so you're gonna look at him, and you're gonna you start to feel actually Dennis, I want you to roll feelings right now. You got a 5.
That's above my feels,
That's
so
above-
yeah, success.
So you start to feel like a pain in your head, kind of like a quick migraine, as you kind of look at him. But then it goes away. But you definitely feel a connection to this dolphin, like some sort of like almost psychic connection, maybe.
Paris is gonna just stare directly at Gluttony and try to speak to him with his mind. Can you hear this?
And then in his mind he goes, "What the fuck? How'd you get in here?"
Paris silently is just gonna turn to AB and Usher. I think I'm gonna go back to bed, actually.
The dolphin's gonna look at all 3 of them and go, "Cool, where do I sleep?"
Would you like to join our crew?
Yeah. That'd be
What is
nice.
what is your proficiency, Gluttony?
Gluttony is going to be like, "Well, I'm pretty good at tricks. Pretty
Your
smart."
primary directive is trickery?
Yeah, actually, you know, I get people to do whatever I want for me, get them to feed me. Pretty good at
Completely
that.
worked, Mr. Dolphin Being. You succeeded in that.
And look at that. That was completely intentional.
Wow.
A.B. Fringle,
What a-
will you approve Gluttony's membership on our crew?
Well, Mr. Dolphin Being, in order to be part of our crew, you must pay a flat rate of 10 human being dollars. And then I wink at Mr. Paris.
he looks over at Paris and he's like, can I spot you? Can you spot me?
Yeah, that sounds great. As, like, Paris is just, like, slowly inching away from Gluttony after the psychic link.
Perfect. We're going to need your skills, Mr. Dolphinbeing. We're going to need lots of tricks, lots of interesting things. We're going to need lots of strategy, because we are on our way to find the galaxy's one and only god.
A.B. Fringle, we have not yet conferred with our third crew member. And then Usher's going to walk over to, like, a panel and open it, and then Shaft is going to burst from
And he's not trained at all. He just freaks out, like, flying everywhere.
Oh, God. I need you to roll for feelings to convince Shaft that he's going to be okay with.
You're the captain.
This is our Exalian monkey cat. Do you like him, Shaft?
And Shaft is going to go.
Well, how many dice? One, I think. Are you prepared for that?
I think I'm an expert in Exalian animals.
True. That's
Yeah, you're an expert. I don't think you're prepared to convince a monkey cat, though.
You said feelings?
Yeah, feelings.
One success I got.
One success.
Yeah.
So he's gonna qualify with this. Like, he's gonna be like, I'm indifferent. Like, I don't care that he's here, but I would also not care if he left. Like, but you can't. For some reason, Babelfish are unable to. You don't really understand his screeches because it's not really a language. It's kind of just like screaming.
Okay. So we just keep screeching, and I'm like, that's exactly the response I expected, Mr. Shaft. Welcome, Mr. Gluttony.
He's a complicated man, but no one understands him but his woman.
And that's where we're going to end the session for today. Just a reminder, I've been your DM, Hadley Singer, and then there's also been...
My name is Marcus, I play A.B. Fringle.
My name is Nick, and I play Usher1239.
My name is Dennis, and I play Paris Dawkins.
Those are our names.
See you guys. See you next time. Higher than 4, less than 2.